Okay. Hello, good evening, students. Welcome back after some period of gap due to examination and some training part. I think we have taken 2 or 3 lectures earlier to that, and we have introduced our subject architecture and town planning uh, for your this semester. So, in short, we have introduced the content of the syllabus, unit number 1 and 2 related to architecture and planner. In general, we have seen what is difference between architect, planner, and civil engineer. So, through that, principles and elements of architectural composition. So, while working as architect, what basic principles they are following, that we will see how they work and which parameters are considered while planning buildings for architectural aesthetics, beauty, or external appearance, or overall, uh, we can say, convenience of the user. Circulation or many principles, civil engineering principles are there. Aspect prospect ratio, then circulation, like this. Many things are considered while planning for a new building or while planning for floor planning. So floor planning is also important. Suppose you want to construct a bungalow, so you have different thinking or you need a different type of circulation inside the building, inside the different rooms. So accordingly, you will suggest the architect or engineer to plan accordingly so that you will get the bungalow or circulation as per your need. So some people will prefer that ground should be, we can say, open, or ground floor should be open for the parking and other things. And we will enter on the first floor. Then again, as per our daily planning, or we can say instead of daily, in general planning, hall, entrance, hall, accordingly, a kitchen, common WC facilities, water closet, that is toilet and bathroom for in general use of all the visitors easily. Then one of the bedroom at the ground floor, and afterwards the staircase, which may be having direct entry from the outside as well as from the inside, or directly from the hall. That depends on how what kind of need is with client or the owner of the house. So if that is the single person or the family is small, uh, he or she did not require separation in the floors, he may construct a good kind of circular staircase from the hall or in between the space from the kitchen or the circulation lobby. But sometimes he may feel that the ground floor will be used by one user or one family, and afterwards the upper floor will be can be hired on the rent to someone else, or our family members afterwards, as per the requirement, can live separately or differently on different floors. So accordingly, you may plan for such kind of floor planning, the access, the terrace, how you want to use terrace. Some people prefer that the instead of top terrace, they will use the first floor partially as a balcony. Then on the second floor also, they will keep some part of that particular terrace as a balcony or veranda, and that can be utilized effectively. Or some people will uh, keep enough side margins for enough ventilation on the four sides. But some people will prefer that I don't want to go to first floor, I need a house which is at the ground level only, and there will be a whole complete full terrace. So accordingly, as per the need, we plan for the different clients or the customers, and which elements or principles we need to consider while planning such buildings or the spaces that we will study. Then qualities of architecture, how a architect or a engineer plan particular structure with respect to user friendliness. So user is the customer. As per the need or requirement, we plan our house. Contextual, context means like a fashion. Nowadays you can see many different kind of materials are available, different kinds of technologies are available. Pre-engineered buildings आहेत, then pre-stress आहे, then again precast elements आहेत. So many times it is not exactly necessary that we construct a wall, or you can use various types of steel structures, beams, columns, or ISMB. You must have studied a steel structure. From that also you can use different sections, CI sections for different purposes. Uh, so that will save your kind of expenditures also, and give you the required function also. So accordingly, you need to consider context means सध्याच्या परिस्थितीमध्ये फॅशन कोणत्या प्रकारचे आहे. So if you are constructing a old type of house in this scenario, there will not be much difference in the expenditure or budget estimate of the project, but that particular house will not give you that much impression or satisfaction. So as per the present requirements, or if we consider the requirements of pandemic situation, so we need to have washroom or cleaning area near the house. We need luxurious places, then different rooms also, considering quarantine period and uh, the pandemic situation. So similarly, we need to have uh, proper or good kind of balconies, and even provisions for washing machines, or to wash our hands and legs also, or feet we can say. So before entering into the house means the conventional planning will not satisfy our requirement, because we will be entering into the house, we are moving inside the house from the hall, and again then to reach up to the bathroom, we will be contaminating or infecting many surfaces. So to avoid this kind of infection, we need to have proper arrangement, or we can say upgraded requirements. As per the present requirements, you can have your floor planning. In that you can see, you will be happy if we get uh, water outside the house. And in the flat system, if that is not possible, then you can uh, or you need to think differently how you can provide such kind of requirements in this pandemic situation also. Even we purchase different materials, groceries or vegetables, that also need to be kept aside for particular 1 or 2 days as a quarantine period of that particular grocery, or uh, the items which are brought from the outside. So even we needed to purchase a large amount of grocery, and in our conventional practice, there was no such provision to keep such kind of large grocery or the material inside the house. So in regular practice, we generally purchase what is required for next 10 days, 15 days. But in this pandemic situation, we needed Many times we needed to store a large amount of atoms inside the house. म्हणजे अगोदर फक्त एक तेलाचा डबा आणलेला असेल तर आपल्याला आता 2 डबे आणून ठेवावे लागले असतील किंवा त्या पद्धतीने तांदूळ गहू आपण काय 2-3 किलो आणत असेल तर आपल्याला आता एखादी गोणी आणावी लागली असेल, साखर आणून ठेवावी लागली असेल. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे आय एम जस्ट गिव्हिंग सम names for your information, or you can correlate it at your own house. की तुम्ही कशा पद्धतीने या पॅन्डेमिक सिच्युएशन मध्ये फेस केलं किंवा त्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला कशा पद्धतीने घराच्या रचनेमध्ये बदल केला पाहिजे की जेणेकरून आपल्याला जास्तीत जास्त चांगल्या प्रकारे इफेक्टिव्हली काम करता येईल. तर बऱ्याच जणांचं तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल, यू मस्ट हॅव एक्सपिरियन्स दॅट मेनी पीपल वेअर वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम. इवन आय वॉज वर्किंग फ्रॉम दी होम. So many people face different problems because the furniture available was not comfortable to work at home for more duration. So you need to have proper wheelchair, table, or such kind of furniture items to work effectively from your home and keep working for more hours from your house itself. Then even many people will not be having different rooms. You must have heard noise or voice from the other member of the families, because that is one of the problem that you may not have different rooms to sit, and you may be sitting with our family members. Obviously that is regular practice, and you may not have got separate quiet atmosphere for your study or for your lectures also. So similar kind of different planning you can think of in the post-COVID situation, that we need to have proper room also for your study, for your the study rooms were there, but like office or work from home culture was not there that much, and we need to consider such kind of small cabins or rooms inside our house so that you can work without disturbance at from the home. सो म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे आपल्याला कॉन्टेस्ट हा बघता आला पाहिजे विथ रेफरन्स टू रिक्वायरमेंट ॲज वेल ॲज द फॅशन. जे खूप ओल्ड स्टाईलने काहीतरी घरं बांधले तर ते सुद्धा चांगलं वाटणार नाहीये. वी नीड टू कन्सिडर द क्लॅडिंग, द यूज ऑफ ग्लास or decorative stones, and accordingly you can have such kind of external appearance for your bungalow, or provisions for different elements inside the house. So now the requirement is that we need all the facilities inside our own house. त्या पद्धतीने गावाकडचं किंवा तुम्ही रुरल भागामध्ये पाहिलं असेल तर बऱ्याच गोष्टी या लांब लांब असायच्या जुन्या काळी. म्हणजे जसं की टॉयलेट बाथरूम असतील तर घरापासून थोडंसं लांब अंतरावरती, म्हणजे काही ठराविक स्पेस असायची, जागा असायची, ओटा असायचा, अंगण असायचं. गुरांचा गोठा असेल तर तो थोडासा अजून बाजूला असेल, कारण की गावाकडे थोडीशी खेडेगावामध्ये जागा असते, आपल्याला आपलं शेत असतं, त्या पद्धतीने आपला गुरांचा गोठा आला की एक उकिरडा असतो, त्याचं शेणखत असतं, शेती असते. म्हणजे तिथलं प्लॅनिंग वेगळ्या प्रकारचं असतं. आपण त्या पद्धतीने आपल्या घराची रचना, द ॲसेस, द यूज and the overall circulation in that particular area is different if we compare it with the urban area. So in urban area the space is limited, the available plot size is limited, we need to construct multi-storied buildings, and we need to have requirement related to uh, water tanks at the bottom level, at the top level. Then again we need to have car parking facility, covered car parking facility. So likewise there are so many different requirements, and even while working for different clients, the requirements of different customers may be different, because everyone is working in different field or the requirements of hospitals are different requirements of schools are different, requirements of any commercial space are different. So accordingly you can plan, or you need to consider all the requirements and plan the appropriate size or space for that particular facility. So eco-friendly, you can have use of, you can say, uh, sustainable, for sustainable development, you can use many materials which are eco-friendly. Many times you must have seen that in rural area, people use eco-friendly materials. जे मातीचे घर असतात, कधी कधी म्हणजे लोकली अवेलेबल जे मटेरियल आहेत ते बऱ्यापैकी वापरले जातात. लोकली अवेलेबल मटेरियल्स आर यूज अँड दे आर नॉट दॅट मच कॉस्टलियर. आपण काय करतोय, संगमरवर आणतोय, तामिळनाडूमधून आणतोय किंवा आंध्रमधून आणतोय, वेगळं ग्रॅनाइट आणतोय, वेगळं मार्बल राजस्थानचं पाहिजे आपल्याला. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे आपण वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणावरून वेगवेगळ्या वस्तू मागवतोय. ॲज वी हॅव higher budget and different requirements are there, but in low cost housing or in the rural area where people are not that much powerful or economically strong to build such kind of bungalows or with huge investment, in these cases people use the locally available material. तुम्ही छप्राची घरं पाहिली असतील तर, म्हणजे तुमच्या माहितीतलं असेल तर, किंवा आता बऱ्याच जणांना बघायला पण मिळणार नाहीत, शेतातली काही झाडं तोडून वगैरे त्याच्या फांद्या किंवा त्याची लाकडं वापरून छप्पर केलेलं असायचं अगोदरच्या काळामध्ये. आणि त्याच्यावरती गहू काढल्यानंतर आता मशीनने गहू करतात, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला गव्हाचं काड पण बघायचं मिळालं नसेल. त्याचा जो बेस आहे, त्याच्या ज्या काड्या आहेत, त्या हाताने ज्यावेळेस गहू करायचे अगोदर त्या काळामध्ये ते ठेवायचे आणि त्याचा वापर करून परत पाऊस पाणी आतमध्ये येऊ नये म्हणून ते दरवर्षी त्याला शेकरणे हा एक मराठी ग्रामीण भाषेतला शब्द आहे, की त्याचा वापर करून आपण दरवर्षी त्याला मेंटेनन्सचा पार्ट असतो, की दरवर्षी आपण ते त्याच्यावरून लावत जायचो आणि त्या पद्धतीने आपलं घर शाबूत किंवा वॉटरप्रूफ ठेवू शकत होतो. आणि बऱ्याच वेळा ते घरं सुद्धा खूप छान वाटायचे, आतून थंड राहायचे, गरम किंवा गरमी वाटत नव्हती आतमध्ये. मातीचे घर असायचे, त्याला आपण धाब्याची घरं किंवा माळवत म्हणतात ग्रामीण भाषेमध्ये. लाकडी फळ्या किंवा पट्ट्या वापरलेल्या असतात आणि त्याच्यावरती पांढरी माती घट्ट चिखल करून लावलेली असते आणि पांढरी मातीमधून वॉटर पटकन खाली येत नाही. म्हणजे दॅट इज percolation is not that much easily, so water can be relieved as a runoff from our terrace. तुमच्याकडे कोणाकडे माळवदाची घरं असतील तर तुम्ही पाहू शकता, मातीचं वरती टॉप टेरेस हे मातीचं असतं, टेरेसचा पार्ट, आणि त्याच्यावरून पाणी हे निघून जातं आणि खाली घरातून आतमधून पाहिलं तर लाकडी बांधकाम असतं. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारे आपण करू शकतो. दॅट कॅन वी कॅन से इको फ्रेंडली. आता इको फ्रेंडली म्हटलं तरी तिथं लाकूड तोडणं, ट्री कटिंग इज ऑल्सो such some negative, having some negative points, but still it is available locally and that can be grown up repeatedly. Considering that aspect, or each resource is we can say consumable, and many times we need to reproduce that by planting more trees and by use of alternatives. So you can use solar system, you can use wind power, or you can use other renewable sources of energy. Then utility of space, you need to plan your house such that as per the requirement, someone may be constructing his house in 1 acre of land and someone is constructing his house in 1 gunta or in 1000 square foot or even less than that. In that case, you need to utilize that space or plot available in a proper manner so that you will be able to adjust all the requirements in that particular small space. तुमच्या लक्षात आलं असेल आता काय त्याचा उपयोग करायचा आहे. घरामध्ये आपण डायनिंग टेबल ठेवू शकत नाही, बट तुम्ही भिंतीवरती एक फोल्डेबल डायनिंग टेबल बनवू शकता. ज्यावेळेस जेवायचं आहे त्यावेळेस पट्टीवरती करायची, दोघे जण त्यावर बसून जेवू शकतील आणि परत खाली करून द्यायचं किंवा वरती अडकून ठेवायचं. म्हणजे असं मल्टिपल टाईप फोल्डेबल वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचं फर्निचर आपण वापरून कमी जागेमध्ये यू कॅन यूज दॅट पर्टिक्युलर स्पेस इफिशियंटली इन अ डिफरंट मॅनर. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे तुम्हाला त्याच्यावरती भरपूर वेगवेगळे मॉडेल्स किंवा वेगवेगळे तुम्ही पाहिलं असतील काही व्हिडिओज. चेअर इज कन्वर्टेड इन टू टेबल, टेबल इज कन्वर्टेड इन टू समथिंग other item like bed or any other usable or convertible item. And then you can save the space, or you can use that same product or same item in different way. Likewise, you may have seen that there are some uh, small children's beds kept one above another, and inside in the side corner you will find that study table is provided with the lamp facility like this. So you can utilize available space. Or if you go to Mumbai, if you have visited Mumbai, then you will be surprised how they are utilizing available space. So whenever there is limitation over the space, then you need to have proper arrangement of furniture inside the house. So you can utilize available space by use of furniture, and you can plan utilization of available space inside your house for such different uses. Otherwise, you will not get the ample or free luxurious space. Likewise, a village. Many times you must have seen that in front of village houses, there is, you can say, open space is there. Our small children used to play in that space. Then again, we do have farms. Sometimes these farm places also can be used for different uh, occasional functions also. So future growth can be considered that while planning for a particular house, we need to keep a small part for or scope for future expansion also. Otherwise, what will happen if we have designed your house or bungalow for present need, then it may not be uh, it may not be convenient or feasible to add some floors on that particular building. So I will give you one example that my friend have constructed one bungalow of about I think that is 3,000 square foot of bungalow, that is on the ground floor. He have constructed commercial space, and that is given on rent to one of the bank. And on the first floor he have constructed his own bungalow of about 3,000 square foot or more than 3,000 square foot floor area. That includes about 3 bedrooms, one entrance lobby as well as staircase, then hall, and then kitchen, storeroom, like this. So the overall is requirement was to have all the rooms on a single floor. Accordingly, he constructed ground and first floor. But now he is in a requirement of additional floor for that particular expansion of the bank. Bank requires one extra floor of about 3,000 square foot on the second floor, and that section will be separate for the loan section. And so now if that particular building is not designed for such load, the columns and the foundations are not capable of taking such loads, then there is no scope for the expansion. But if you have designed considering the FSI available or future requirements, if you have designed your buildings and if you have invested a little more amount on the foundations and structural stability of that particular building, then you can go for second floor construction easily. And now he has uh, started construction of second floor, and he had planned the design in such a way that he will be able to add one more floor on second floor. And so he found that it is convenient, or now he can construct more area or the one complete floor on the second floor. So that particular aspect is required. Otherwise, what will happen? Considering present needs, we construct different, and after some days, uh, our requirements do not match, and sometimes we may need to uh, remove that particular property and reconstruct a new house as per the requirement. But that indirectly uh, increases your expenditure, and so we need to consider the future growth is nothing but the scope uh, kept for the expansion of our building construction. So in general, if we see role of urban planner architect in planning and designing in relation with spatial organization, utility, demand of the area and supply, we will see that we people, urban planners and architects, work for uh, development of the city along with civil engineers. Civil engineers, what is the difference between urban planner, architects and civil engineer? The civil engineer work for execution of that particular project. He is more concerned about the structural stability, RCC design of that particular building. Architects are more concerned about the elevation, aesthetics, beauty of that particular building. Sometimes they will tell that I need a longer clearance and there should not be any column in between. But civil engineer will think that whether that particular depth or depth of the beam or the size of the beam, the span of the beam will be practically uh, visible or economical. So the aspect or the points the architect and civil engineer look are little different. Architect is for aesthetic view, and for that reason you must have seen that in architectural colleges the students are more focused on the drawings and sketches and how it looks like that. But in our case, civil engineers are more concerned about the structural stability and execution part. So we are studying infrastructure, atoms of the infrastructure, details of the infrastructure, then processes, its parts, designs, steel design, concrete design, then a concrete mix design, then RCC design, precast, surveying, foundation. So there are so many different areas and different subjects, and then project management, construction management, town planning, rules, regulation. Then again, building permissions, town planning permissions, sanctioning, reservations, zones, land uses. So all these legal aspects and all these parameters are considered in the uh, urban planning or while planning for a project. So urban planner look for planning of the city in terms of land uses, broad terms like reservations for playground, reservations for the schools, healthcare facilities, water supply, treatment plant, sewage treatment plant, then again roads, commercial facilities, gardens, like this. So he is not bothered about the architectural aesthetics of the particular building or the how the structural stability of that particular building is to be achieved. But urban planner will act as a town planner. The posts are in the town planning department, yeah, and even the Nagarpalika. They are working for reservations, or we will see in detail how the reservations are made in a particular city with the help of development plan. So I have already shown you development plan of Baramati. In that, how reservations are kept, the development proposals are made, considering the future requirement or next 20 years, what will be the population and which facilities will be required, and where these facilities will be required, or where these facilities should be provided, in how much quantity and in how much size. All these things need to be considered now, so that it will fulfill the requirement in next 20 years. But civil engineer will be associated with the project in a different angle. He will see the execution part. You have studied different subjects, and accordingly he will plan the execution. Civil engineers work on different projects. He work on the highways, building projects, infrastructure projects like construction of ports, airports, railway. So everywhere the execution process is important. म्हणजे असं म्हणता येईल आपल्याला की मला तर काही वाटेल की असं बांधावं तसं बांधावं, but we need to see as a civil engineer how to construct that particular project, which type of technique need to be used, and whether that is economical. Many times architect will not see whether that is economical or whether that is costing much for the project, but he will see that how my project will see more beautiful. But we need to consider the budget available with the owner also. So in short, we will see principles and elements of architecture composition through one PPT, and then we will discuss these qualities again in detail, and role of urban planner architect with respect to these points. Then in unit number 2, we will see landscaping. Why landscaping is important? You have seen landscaping is nothing but greenery or gardens provided in front of our institutions, offices, buildings, or even in the roadside. That is called as arboriculture. You must have seen that trees are planted along the roadside, in between the dividers. So that is to provide the shadow as well as house for the birds as well as many creatures, and also that gives good impression of that particular city if the city is having full of trees planted properly, and that will decorate the skyline with different flowers in different seasons, different type of leaves to that particular, or we can say canopy to that particular tree. We will see some more aspects, how landscaping, or what are the types of landscaping, objectives, principles, elements, material, hard landscape, then soft landscape. त्याच्यामध्ये काय म्हणता येईल आपल्याला, सॉफ्ट म्हणजे जे ग्रीन कव्हर असतं, दॅट लाईक अ लॉन or flower beds or soft landscape. Hard landscape is nothing but paved surface area, then walkways, or some concrete structures are constructed. That is a hard landscape. Landscaping is actually a big subject, but as a part of our syllabus, it is a one short note like scope. So we will cover that much part in detail as per the requirement. Urban renewal for quality of life and livability. You must have seen that there are different areas in the city. Some areas are very old. We call it as Gauthan. And we face many problems in that particular area, because as a present need, we need पार्किंग लॉट्स ग्राउंड फ्लोअरला खाली पार्किंग असं वाटतं. परंतु आता जर तुम्ही गावात मारवाड पेठ किंवा सिनेमा रोडला गेला तर तिथे तुम्हाला गाडी पार्क करता येणार नाही कुठे किंवा घराच्या खाली पार्किंग नसेल. अशा पद्धतीच्या अडचणी असतात. मग काय करू शकतो आपण? व्हॉट वी कॅन डू? वी कॅन रिन्यू दॅट पर्टिक्युलर एरिया, अर्बन रिन्युअल. इन दॅट we can remove some old structures and construct new structures as per the requirement with the parking facility, or some high-rise structures building can provide you more space, or even you can redevelop the whole area. Redevelop means we can destruct or remove all the buildings from that area, and you can prepare a master plan that will include all the present requirements, including gardens, playgrounds, hospitals, schools, like this. And how you can compensate the space? You need to give houses to the all the landowners also. So how will you give the justice? You can construct high-rise buildings. So high-rise building means you will grow vertical in the vertical direction instead of horizontal, and you will get some space for the roads, and you can construct parking lots or many more facilities as per the requirement. So you will see, you will ask who will pay the huge requirement of money to redevelop all these area. So you can add a contractor or a builder to develop that particular area. You must have heard about redevelopment of old वाडाज in पुणे. सदाशिव पेठ किंवा नवी पेठ ह्या भागामधले जे जुने वाडे आहेत त्याचं रिडेव्हलपमेंट करतात. त्यावेळेस काय करतात बिल्डर? त्या ठिकाणी सपोज जुना वाडा असेल, ग्राउंड फ्लोअरच असतो बऱ्यापैकी, किंवा एखादा मजला असेल, तर जागा भरपूर असते आणि आताच्या DCR प्रमाणे, डेव्हलपमेंट कंट्रोल रूल्स प्रमाणे, मोर carpet area is available, we can say, or sellable area is available. So you can construct more number of floors in that particular building. So instead of G+1, you can go for G+10, and you can construct 80 to 100 flats on that particular property. And so you can think of, you can discuss or sign a contract with the owner that how much flats or what kind of construction you want. So accordingly, if the builder and owner of that particular land or wada decides, then they can give him money as well as some flats in the newly constructed building. So what will be the benefit to the owner of that particular land? He need not invest a single rupee, but builder will invest all the money. Then how the benefit will be given to that particular builder, or how it will be profitable to the builder? Some of the flats constructed using that FSI will be sold at the market rate, and he may compensate construction cost which is to be given to the landowner. And also, as the land is of the owner, builder is not required to pay for the land. And in urban areas, land is very much precious, and you can see that there are the huge prices of the lands in the urban area, and particularly in the Gauthan, or particularly on the crowded important commercial space. So many times good quality buildings are also removed, and new type of constructions are carried out considering the commercial importance of that particular building. So we will see redevelopment, conservation. Sometimes some ancient buildings or monumental buildings like COP main building or some heritage structures are conserved by giving proper treatment. स्टोन मेसनरी असेल तर त्यात चांगल्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला काय करावं लागेल, त्याला रिटेन करावं लागेल, चांगल्या पद्धतीने त्याला मेंटेन करावं लागेल, सो दॅट ते तसंच राहील. काही आपले किल्ले बरेच पडून गेलेले आहेत, बरोबर आहे. काही जुन्या बिल्डिंग्स आहेत, हिस्टॉरिकल बिल्डिंग्स मुंबईमध्ये, फोर्ट एरियामध्ये, ते आपल्याला टिकवता आल्या पाहिजेत. मग टिकवण्यासाठी आपल्याला वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने ट्रीटमेंट द्यावी लागते. करोजन होऊ नये, म्हणजे इव्हन स्टोन्स गेट करोडेड ड्यू टू सच salty atmosphere. So we need to provide proper treatment, and so that it will last for longer duration. So importance of sustainable architecture and urban conservation with case study. Sustainable architecture is nothing but green building concept. How green building concept is useful, and how we can construct such sustainable buildings, or with use of non-conventional sources of energy, as well as having least use of electricity or the devices which are required in the present scenario, like heater or even bulbs or light in the daytime, then AC in the each room. Instead of, you can have different solutions, you can construct such type of buildings with different techniques, that there will be not uh, heating of the air, and you will find cooling of that particular area. So planting more trees in our city will keep your temperature of the city at the normal level. Otherwise you will see, with urbanization or increase in the uh, houses or concrete, we can say concrete jungle, the temperature of that particular area increases due to absorption of heat due to these different surfaces. So we'll see green building rating systems lead, and there are so many different rating systems used in different cities or different countries, that we will see. Then major part of our subject is related to town planning, and how we are planning the development or growth of the cities is very much important. Now you can see from the planning perspective, these floods from Kolhapur, Sangli, as well as in the Mahad and Chipulun, how planning is important and what concrete measures we should take so that there will not be flooding in these areas. In some cases, you can say we are not planning such heavily, because it requires huge investments, or such kind of planning will require uh, resettlement or relocation of many people. But in future, while planning for towns or as a corrective action, we need to consider such difficulties also, so that such problems will not be there in future. दरवर्षीच सांगली पाण्यात जाणार असेल, कोल्हापूर पाण्यात जाणार असेल, तर काहीतरी आपल्याला वेगळ्या पद्धतीने करावं लागेल, चांगल्या पद्धतीने ट्रीटमेंट द्यावी लागेल. ड्रेनेज इज व्हेरी मच इम्पॉर्टंट, अँड वी शुड गिव्ह प्रॉपर स्पेस टू ड्रेन दी वॉटर फ्रॉम दी सिटी. त्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला काय काय करावं लागेल, त्याच्यावरती सेपरेट एक लेक्चर देता येईल आपल्याला, की हाऊ वी कॅन प्रिपेअर अवर सिटीज सो दॅट देअर विल नॉट बी फ्लडिंग इन अवर एरिया. आपण पाहतो नदी पात्रामध्ये बांधकामं केली जातात, नदीचं पात्र कमी कमी केलं जातं, नदीच्या कडेने वॉल बांधून आपलं घर उंच केलं जातं, परंतु नदीचं पात्र हे कमी होत जातं. आणि नॅचरली ज्या वेळेस असतं की ती नदी एखाद्या ग्रामीण भागामध्ये पूर आला तरी काय होतं बघा, की तेवढ्या पुरतं ते पाणी साईडला जातं शेतामध्ये वगैरे, आणि पाणी कमी ओसरलं झालं की ते ऑटोमॅटिक नदी त्या नदीच्या पात्रामधून वाहते. पण आपल्याकडे काय झालेलं आहे, चिपळूण आणि तुम्ही महाड जर पाहिलं गुगल मॅपवर जाऊन बघा, की कसं नदीच्या पात्रामध्ये कडेला एकदम दाटीवाटीने वसलेलं आहे, अँड दॅट क्रिएट्स अ मेनी प्रॉब्लेम्स. सो आपल्याकडे रूल्स रेग्युलेशन तेवढे फॉलो केले जात नाहीत, किंवा थोडंसं बिल्डर सेंट्रिक आणि पॉलिटिशियन्सचा इंटरफरन्स असं म्हणता येईल, आणि त्यामुळे हे सगळे कायदे जरी असले किंवा काय असले तरी त्याचा तेवढा इफेक्टिव्ह हे होत नाही इम्प्लिमेंटेशन. अँड देर आर सो मेनी इश्यूज, स्लम डेव्हलपमेंट इन द बँक्स ऑफ द रिव्हर्स. And while planning or for the planning for the cities, different vested interests are there, and someone who is expert in the planning cannot plan it properly for the well-being of the people and well-being of the or good future of the city. And so we will see so many problems are there. प्रत्येकाला वाटतं मला खूप जागा मिळावी, माझं खूप बांधकाम व्हावं, मला माझ्या घराशेजारी ओढा नको, नदी नको. काही जण बुजून टाकतात, पाईप टाकतात. परंतु अशा प्रकारे जर पाहिलं आपण की ज्या ठिकाणी महाबळेश्वरला वर्षाचा सरासरी जो पाऊस आहे, रेनफॉल जो आहे दॅट इज 6000 मिलीमीटर्स आणि आपल्याकडे 600 मिलीमीटर आहे. बारामती वगैरे जर परिसर पाहिला 600 मिलीमीटर्स फॉर अ इयर. परंतु आत्ताचे जे पाऊस झालेले आहेत, काही मुंबईतल्या केसेस आहेत किंवा रायगडमधल्या आहेत, तर तिथे 400-500 मिलीमीटर एका दिवसात पाऊस झालेला आहे. जे आपल्याकडे वर्षाचा तेवढा होत नाही कधी कधी वर्षभरामध्ये. आपल्याकडे किती पाऊस पडतो? 15 मिलीमीटर, 20 मिलीमीटर, 30, 40, 50 खूप झाला, खूप मोठा पाऊस झाला तर. आणि आपल्याला तोच पाऊस खूप मोठा वाटतो किंवा 40-50 मिलीमीटर पाऊस झाला पटकन एखाद्या तासामध्ये तर ओढ्याला पाणी येतं, नदीला पाणी येतं, पूर म्हणतो आपण, आला पूर आला. परंतु तिकडे 400 आणि 500 मिलीमीटर कंटिन्युअसली 4-5 दिवसापासून जर असा कंटिन्युअस पाऊस पडत असेल तर काय होईल? देर विल नॉट बी इन्फिल्ट्रेशन इनसाइड दी land and the runoff will increase and ultimately each drop will try to move to meet the river. आणि त्या पद्धतीने नदीमध्ये सगळंच पाणी जर येत असेल कंटिन्युअसली तर थोडंसं क्लायमेट चेंज किंवा या पद्धतीने गोष्टी काही बदललेल्या आहेत, काही मॅनमेड आहेत आणि इनडायरेक्टली जे निसर्ग बदलतोय दॅट इज ऑल्सो ड्यू टू दी मॅन म्हणता येईल आपल्याला. क्लायमेट चेंज होतोय, ग्लोबल वॉर्मिंग आहे, त्यामुळं रेनफॉल पॅटर्न बदलत आहे. अशा बऱ्याच गोष्टी आहेत की ज्या इंटरडिपेंडंट आहेत. मान्सून मागच्या जूनमध्ये पाऊस नव्हता, जुलैमध्ये आला तर तो अशा पद्धतीने पडतोय. काही ठिकाणी दुष्काळ आहे, इव्हन कोरडा दुष्काळ म्हणता येईल. सम पीपल्स आर वेटिंग, फार्मर्स आर वेटिंग फॉर द रेनफॉल टू ग्रो देअर क्रॉप्स इन मराठवाडा. काही ठिकाणी पाऊस अजून तेवढा इनफ नाहीये, विहिरीमध्ये ग्राउंड वॉटर लेवल कमी आहे. बट हिअर यू आर एक्सपिरियन्सिंग दॅट huge floods are there and many peoples are in flood. About 150 or 200 peoples are died in this recent 1 week different landslide calamities we can say. So we need to treat our cities properly, like a diagnosis done by the doctor for our body. आपण जसं आजारी पडतो डॉक्टरकडे जातो, चेक करतो. सिमिलरली द टाउन प्लॅनर्स आर दी डॉक्टर्स ऑफ द सिटी वी कॅन से. त्या पद्धतीने त्यांनी ते आयडेंटिफाय केले पाहिजे सगळे इश्यूज अँड दे शुड कम अप विथ गुड सोल्युशन्स दॅट सिटी विल बी ब्युटिफुल, पीपल विल बी हॅपी टू लिव्ह इन दॅट सिटी. आणि असं दररोजचं कसं एखाद्या शहराचं इम्प्रेशन असतं बघा की हे शहर खूप छान आहे. म्हणजेच काय, तिथल्या सर्व फॅसिलिटीज ह्या सगळ्या आपल्याला अट्रॅक्टिव्ह वाटतात. आपण फिरायला जातो, गार्डनमध्ये जातो, रस्ते छान असतात, डेकोरेट केलेलं असतं, असं बोललं तरी बरं वाटते. आणि काही सिटी म्हणजे खूपच घाण असतात की जिथं सगळ्या रस्त्याने कचरा असतो, पाणी असतं, खड्डे असतात. असं बाहेर पडलं तरी वाटतं नको बाबा बाहेर जायला, घरातच बरे. घरात म्हणलं तरी मच्छर असतात. अशा भरपूर गोष्टी आहेत की ज्या पिण्याच्या पाण्याची सोय नसते, ड्रेनेज तुंबलेले असतात, सगळ्या रस्त्यावर ड्रेनेजचं पाणी आलेलं असतं. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे शहरही वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे असतात आणि त्यातलं चांगलं शहर म्हणजे तुम्हाला काय म्हणता येईल, मग त्याचे पॅरामीटर्स काय असतील, तर हे सगळं चांगलं पाहिजे. मग हे सगळं चांगलं कुठून होणार आहे आपल्याला, तर थ्रू डेव्हलपमेंट प्लॅन. हे टाउन प्लॅनिंग सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट आहे आणि ते आपल्याला बघायचं आहे. सो दिस सब्जेक्ट विल गिव्ह यू गुड इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट many things and you will be prepared for the legal aspect. म्हणजे कशा पद्धतीने आपण सर्वे करतो म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये दिलेलं आहे बघा आता की युनिट नंबर 3 गोल्स अँड ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह ऑफ द प्लॅनिंग, कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ प्लॅनिंग, बेनिफिट्स ऑफ प्लॅनिंग. हे का करायचं आहे, लेवल्स ऑफ प्लॅनिंग, रिजनल प्लॅन फॉर द डिस्ट्रिक्ट, डेव्हलपमेंट प्लॅन फॉर द सिटी, टाउन प्लॅनिंग स्कीम्स फॉर द सिटी और स्मॉलर पार्ट, नेबरहूड प्लॅनिंग, इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ न्यू टाउन्स, नवीन शहर, चंदीगड, गांधीनगर आपण का तयार केली, लेजिस्लेटिव्ह मेकॅनिझम फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ डेव्हलपमेंट प्लॅन, how you can prepare development plan by using MRTP Act. So MRTP Act, you can Google for this act copy go through the different chapters, read the provisions, or even I have posted it on the Google Classroom. So different types of civic surveys are carried out. We will make this teaching learning process so much interactive or interesting by uh, arranging some guest lectures or experts from the town planning department. Soon you will hear one of the experts from the town planning department on preparation of development plan and how it is carried out as per the MRTP Act process. Different types of surveys are carried out. Demographic म्हणजे पॉप्युलेशन, हाऊसिंग, लँड यूज म्हणजे जमीन वापर, कुठल्या प्रकारचा जमीनचा वापर आहे, शेती आहे की गार्डन आहे की प्लेग्राऊंड आहे की काही पब्लिक युटिलिटी आहे, फायर ब्रिगेड स्टेशन आहे, वॉटर सप्लाय, सॅनिटेशन, प्लॅनिंग एजन्सीज हू विल वर्क फॉर ऑल दिस प्लॅनिंग. तर या एजन्सीज आहेत, त्यांचं ऑर्गनायझेशन, त्यांचं स्ट्रक्चर आपल्याला बघायचं आहे. सिडको आहे, म्हाडा आहे, MIDC आहे, MMRD आहे, PMRD आहे, SRA आहे. मी प्रत्येकाचं डिटेलमध्ये सांगेल. तुम्ही आता ऐकलं असेल कुठले सचिन अवॉर्ड नाही, कुठले तरी अवॉर्ड जे आहेत त्यांनी आता मध्यंतरी बघा सांगितलं की जी दुर्घटना झालेली आहे तिथं आम्ही म्हाडामार्फत घरे बांधून देऊ. आता ते त्याचा रोल बघायला सांगता येईल तुम्हाला मग की व्हॉट इज म्हाडा. महाराष्ट्र हाऊसिंग अँड एरिया डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, पुण्या मुंबईमध्ये कमी पैशामध्ये लोकांना घरं बांधून द्यायचं काम म्हाडा करते. MIDC इज फॉर कन्स्ट्रक्टिंग इंडस्ट्रियल इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर, महाराष्ट्र इंडस्ट्रियल डेव्हलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन. MMRDA, मुंबई मेट्रोपॉलिटन रिजनल डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटी, अर्बन एरिया डेव्हलप करायचा आहे आपल्याला मुंबईचा. सिमिलरली फॉर पुणे, पुणे मेट्रोपॉलिटन रिजनल डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटीज. SRA, स्लम रिहॅबिलिटिंग अथॉरिटी. सिडको, सिटी अँड इंडस्ट्रियल डेव्हलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन. लाईकवाईज there is one metropolitan regional development authority for each metropolitan city. नागपूर डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटी आहे, दिल्ली डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटी आहे, अहमदाबाद डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटी आहे. म्हणजे अशा पद्धतीने आपल्याला त्यांचं फंक्शन वगैरे बघायचं आहे. देन ट्रॅफिक अँड ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन सिस्टीम, शहरामधले रस्ते कसे असायला पाहिजेत, त्याची हायरार्ची कशी असते, ट्रॅफिक मॅनेजमेंट कसं करायचं, इंटेलिजंट ट्रॅफिक सिस्टीम काय आहे. आणि हे सगळं करायसाठी आपल्याला जागा बऱ्याच वेळा लागते. इफ यू वॉन्ट टू कन्स्ट्रक्ट एअरपोर्ट वी नीड अ लार्ज अमाऊंट ऑफ लँड, 2-3 एकर्स इन अ स्ट्रेच. मग तिथं आपल्याला लँड ॲक्वायशन करायचं आहे. पीपल शुड गेट इनफ रिटर्न्स ऑर कॉम्पेन्सेशन फॉर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर लँड. तर ह्या ॲक्टनुसार 2013चा हा ॲक्ट आहे, तर त्यानुसार लोकांना कॉम्पेन्सेशन सध्याला खूप चांगलं मिळतं. आणि लोक म्हणतात आमची जमीन जाऊ द्या आता. आम्हाला एखादा आमच्या शेतामधून एखादा हायवे गेला तर आयुष्यभरात नाही, पुढच्या 5 पिढ्यांना जेवढं उत्पन्न काढता येणार नाही तेवढं जर कॉम्पेन्सेशन मिळत असेल तर जमीन समृद्धी महामार्गात गेलेली चांगली. म्हणजे अशा प्रकारे सध्याच्या प्रोव्हिजन्स आहेत. बट अर्लियर द कॉम्पेन्सेशन वॉज नॉट इनफ. Then likewise IS codes we need to compare how much facilities are required. So this is the URDPFI guidelines are nothing but IS code for planning. Then Maharera Act, you must have heard about Maharera Act. This is the binding on the builder to complete the project in time schedule. Then unit number 6, special township, you must have heard about Amanora, Blue Ridge, Nanded City, then मगरपट्टा सिटी. तर ते कशापासून सुरुवात झाली, कशा प्रकारे प्लॅन केलं जातं, हे आपण त्याचे उद्देश काय आहेत ते बघणार आहोत. SEZ, स्पेशल इकॉनॉमिक झोन, एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोडक्शन. कोस्टल रेग्युलेशन झोन, CRZ. जसं आपल्या शहरामध्ये डेव्हलपमेंट कंट्रोल रूल्स असतात, लाईकवाईज देर आर डिफरंट डेव्हलपमेंट कंट्रोल रूल्स फॉर दी कोस्टल एरिया लाईक मुंबई, रत्नागिरी, रायगड. टू कॉन्झर्व दी नेचर, मँग्रोवची जंगलं असतात, खारफुटीची जंगलं असतात, त्यांना धोका नाही पोहोचला पाहिजे. नाही तर लोकांना असं वाटतं की मला उठलं की एकदम समोर समुद्र दिसावा, माझं घर एकदम असं सीच्या कडेला असावं. मग कधी कधी काय होतं की मग अशी मोठी लाट येते आणि घर पण आपलं पाण्यात जातं. म्हणजे असं होऊ नये आणि तिथलं पोल्युशन टाळावं म्हणून आपल्याला काही गोष्टी पाळाव्या लागतात. सो विल सी CRZ, कोस्टल रेग्युलेशन झोन. स्मार्ट सिटी, यू मस्ट हॅव हर्ड अबाउट स्मार्ट सिटी. व्हॉट इज स्मार्ट सिटी? आय हॅव प्रोव्हाइडेड द लिंक ऑफ स्मार्ट सिटी मिशन ऑफ सेंट्रल गव्हर्नमेंट, अमृत गाइडलाइंस. There are different schemes like JNNURM also. Under that, fund is provided for the upgradation of the infrastructure facilities in the city. You will see that there are so many problems in the urban areas. The solid waste is not properly disposed. treatment is not carried out, the drainage or sewerage facility is not proper. Everywhere you will see that sewerage come out of the drain on the surface of the roads, and it gets uh, choke off at many places. So you will see enough water supply is also not available for the many cities. So government is providing funds to upgrade these infrastructure facilities in many cities. And at the last, geoinformatics, applications of GIS, geographical information system, global position system, remote sensing in planning is important. So you can use these tools, GIS for preparing map, GPS for uh, location tracking, remote sensing. You can use images or photos taken by the different platforms like aeroplanes or satellites, and these images will be helpful while planning for different facilities. If we want to align highway, then these images will be helpful in terms of considering the uh, topography, elevation, as well as the type of land uses in that particular area. So you can avoid, we can say, agricultural land from that particular area, and you will be using hilly area for the alignment of highways. So based on this, we will study our term work also. This is a study type of term work. We will provide PPTs, some websites, videos. We will watch together to understand all these concepts. Study and analysis of development plan with respect to land use, services, infrastructure, street furniture. So development plan ही एक ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहे. देन नेबरहूड प्लॅनिंग आहे. All the assignments or details are available. I will circulate you. Then likewise, scientists in each area, the planners who worked on different projects in different countries, planning of London, planning of New York, planning of Washington, many concepts are evolved, and we will see the even Chandigarh, first India's first planned city in the post independent India म्हणता येईल आपल्याला. Charles Correa was the planner associated with the planning of Chandigarh. Then even Rashtrapati Bhavan, what we see today, Edwin Lutyens was the planner for that particular planning of Navi Delhi. So we'll see a report on these. I have so many PPTs, or I have about 30 PPTs with respect to these planners. We will study and we will summarize it with the help of question answers and some printouts of the related articles. So report on existing new towns and planned towns like Mumbai, Gandhinagar, PCNDTA. So new towns. Then salient features of urban renewal schemes, we will see conservation, redevelopment, study of any existing town planning scheme. Town planning scheme काय आहे हे आपण पहिल्यांदा बघूया. This is the one of the tool for planning of the urban area. So study of smart city Amrut guidelines with case study of special townships like Amanora city, study of urban conservation, housing and housing change. You can see housing requirement is very important. Then government also plan for different schemes to construct houses for the poor through Indira Gandhi Awas Yojana, or there are so many schemes you can say. E-learning Maharera, we need to study this act, Maharera Act, through website also, how the online portal is used to grant the building permissions, as well as to create transparency in the construction of buildings, or for the use of customers. So this is content in short. I have covered very fastly. For each topic we can discuss in hour for hours. We will keep talking for hours, because all these topics are like an iceberg. We do add all these units in a different subjects in our MTech course at COIP, MTech in Town Planning. But now, as an introductory course, this is a small introductory course to your syllabus, but it is very important to understand this legal aspect or all these legal content of this syllabus, and which will make you uh, strong so that you will become confident while applying for building permissions, for any procedures, or for uh, working in a city. You will get understanding of different development related terms in the cities, growth of city, type of cities, how the growth of city is planned, and accordingly even it will create opportunities in your mind that where I should purchase a flat or plot for future development, how city is planned. म्हणजे आपल्याला असं वाटतं की शहर वाढत जातं, बऱ्याच वेळा शहर हे आपण प्लॅन करतो त्या पद्धतीने वाढवलं जातं असं म्हणता येईल आपल्याला. मग त्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला माहित असतं ऑलरेडी की शहर कुठे वाढणार आहे, शहराची ग्रोथ कशी होणार आहे, अँड दॅट इज दी इन हँड ऑफ व्हिजनरीज. आणि त्या पद्धतीने आपण त्यासाठी एफर्ट्स घेतलेले असतात आणि त्यानुसार सुद्धा आपण इन्व्हेस्टमेंट करू शकतो की शहरामध्ये कुठे डिमांड राहणार आहे, कुठले जागा पुढे काही दिवसांनी महत्वाच्या असतील. अशा भरपूर गोष्टी आहेत. आय विल कीप यू गायडिंग विथ दी more practical and day-to-day examples, practical examples or examples from our vicinity. Okay. If you have any doubt, let me know.